What's up, everybody? Good evening. How's everybody doing today? Michael Edward, head trader here at True Trading Group. I've got with me today on the phone Jason Spatafor, the Wolf.
Hey, everybody.
Just letting my TC 2000 load up here real quick, guys, and then we're gonna get things underway. All right, yeah. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend? Anybody do anything fun and exciting this weekend? Not really, right? I'm so over this quarantine stuff, guys. I really am. I'm starting to lose my mind. I'm over it. I'm over it. So, guys, what we're going to be talking about on this live stream tonight is some advanced option strategies. All right. So, on a lot of my other live streams, we've talked about some some technical analysis. We've talked about mental lessons. We've talked about fundamental analysis. We've talked about commodities. We've talked about a lot of different things on a lot of our other live streams. And this one, we're going to get a little bit more advanced. All right. And we're going to start to talk about some advanced option strategies. So once you guys understand the basics of calls and puts, and you're familiar with buying calls and buying puts, going long puts and going long calls, once you've understood that part of everything, it's then time to start to dive into some of the advanced sections. And want to announce to everybody today that starting tomorrow, we will be live, or actually might be live tonight, but then by tomorrow, I am launching a brand new advanced options trading course on the TGT website. Okay. So all the course material that's available on the website right now, there is an options trading course that's available on the site that deals with calls and puts. But I'm announcing that I'm now publishing. I've been working all weekend on this course, and I'm now going to be publishing an advanced options trading course, which will cover strangles, straddles, iron condors, butterflies, credit spreads, debit spreads. Naked calls, naked puts, shorting straddles, shorting strangles. Just a lot of different, more advanced option strategies. Because the reason why I want to share this information with you guys, and even though this may be a little bit more advanced, it's good that you know and understand that these type of trades are available to you. Because prior to this, you would have only thought that the only way for you to make money in a stock is if you buy it and it goes up, or you short it and it goes down, or you buy a call option and the stock goes up, or you buy a put option and the stock goes down. You may not be aware that there's actually option strategies for you to make money when a stock goes sideways. And since we are currently in an area of consolidation in the SPY, there's been a lot of good money made in advanced option strategies that benefit from sideways price action, because the SPY has been very choppy. Okay, if I take you guys over to a chart of the SPY, you can see in here, this is an example of sideways price action. All right. Now, if all you were doing were buying calls or buying puts and you're holding on to those options, you are having a nightmare of a time. One day you're up a lot of money, the next day you're down a lot of money. Then you're up, then you're down, then you're up, then you're down. And then, long story short, all your time decay just gets sucked out of your contracts. What I'm going to go over with you guys today is some more advanced option strategies where you can actually benefit from a stock trading sideways. Okay. That is what we are going to be discussing. That's what we're going to be discussing on this live stream. Okay, so I'm going to start things off as I do every live stream, and I'm going to open up a blanket Q&A session. It does not have to be about options. I like to spend the first 15 to 30 minutes just doing a Q&A. Let you guys ask me and Jason some questions. Anything that you guys want to discuss regarding trading, just fire away. It does not have to be about options. And then I will get into um, the advanced options course, and I will cover with you. I'm going to go over a couple of the lessons that are in the course that we're now launching. I'm going to cover that with you guys later on in the stream. So feel free, guys, fire away, talk to me, let me know of what you guys think, or what questions that you guys have. Zoom a short tomorrow? Russ, I am short Zoom right now. Okay, guys. If you missed my video from Friday, I shorted Zoom. I had a big day on Friday. Um, okay, here's Zoom. I am short Zoom currently from 174.41. Um, I think Zoom is a short now. I thought Zoom was overvalued, but now with a fundamental catalyst of Facebook developing a competing platform, I think Zoom is a short. I've already covered 75% of my short. I am short from 174.41 right there. I've already covered 75% of that position. Okay, 25% of the position came off the table there. 50% of the position came off the table there. I still have 25%, and I'm looking for further downside. I'm My thoughts are is that this Facebook developing a competing software, which was the news that broke right after 2 p.m. on Friday, which triggered this short. I think that's going to just bring in some profit taking. And what I'm thinking will start to happen is, do you guys remember what happened to Netflix when Disney Plus and like all Apple and Amazon with their streaming software, and you have Roku and like all these Hulu, HBO, some whatever, all of these streaming services that start to come online as competition for Netflix, that took place. I'll take you guys to a daily chart on Netflix during that. People hated Netflix because once they started to think that they was getting increased competition. Um, but as you can see, the joke's on everybody. Netflix ends up making new all-time highs because Netflix has a very important thing that is market share and strong brand equity, because people love to Netflix and chill. And they've got the market share, and that's why Netflix ends up being kind of a powerhouse and the leader in the streaming services. Zoom is a similar situation to this, where you may get some profit taking while the stock cools off and the valuation cools off. Um, I think Zoom is trading at like 480 PE, something like that, when the average sector stocks trading in like the 40s. It's extremely overvalued. It's been kind of the stay-at-home, work-from-home go-to stock during all of this. But you guys can see the candle that got put in on Friday mixed with the heaviest volume that the stock has ever traded in a single day. I think that that puts in at least a temporary top right up there around that 180 area. So I've already took the bulk of the position off the table for a big win. It was like almost $10 a share on the bulk of the position, but I still am short about 25% of that position. I'm going to look for this stock to stay below 174 now, and I'm just going to try to hold this and see if I can get some further downside. So Russ, that's kind of a long-winded answer, but yes, I think Zoom is a short going forward. Norma Aguilar, am I a day trader or a swing trader? And do you trade the equity markets? I am primarily a day trader that also swing trades. So I do swing trades. The majority of my trades are day trades, but I also am a swing trader. I do place many swing trades throughout the course of a month. But if I'm placing, maybe 2 or 3 day trades a day, maybe I'm making one swing trade a week, something like that. So I'm primarily a day trader that also swing trades. Jason on the phone. Jason is probably more even. I think Jason does a lot more swings with options, but he also is a day trader. I think probably he's got a bigger percentage of his trades are probably swings than mine are. And yes, I do trade the equity markets, but I also trade the futures and options market. I do not trade cryptocurrencies, and I do not trade in the commodities market. Like I don't trade coffee and corn and all of that. I'm an equities trader that also trades options and futures. Uh, G Dozier is asking, where do I find homework that Jason was talking about on Friday? So what he's referring to, guys, um, what he's asking about is that one of our moderators, Jason Simmons, he provides homework for for members that are interested or members that would like it. So if you guys want homework over the weekend, Jason gives you guys homework. All you have to do, this is obviously I'm speaking directly for members of True Trading Group because obviously you're a member if you're asking about the homework. Um, if you're a member, all you have to do is private message Jason during the day in chat and just say you want homework, and Jason will come up with an entire lesson plan and everything, and give you homework and different things to look at either during the week or over the weekend, whatever's easier for you. But all you have to do is private message Jason, and he'll give you guys some homework. Mike says, "What do you think of crude oil, up or down?" Mike, I think it's sideways. Um, I think crude oil is going to be extremely volatile, up and down, over the next for I think at least the next month. I think the next 2 to 3 weeks, I think you're still going to have some chaos in the oil markets as demand is still extremely low and supply is still very high. You have the possibility of the June contracts blowing up like the May contracts did, where oil actually went to negative $40 a barrel on the May contracts. You have a possibility of that happening to the June contracts also. But then I think July, August, I think they'll be fine because by then the economy will be back open. Demand for oil will then go back up. So I think by the end of the summer, I think you get a nice move higher in the price of oil. Um, Spot Rocker 89, my preferred intraday trading indicators. That's a really good question. My preferred intraday indicators are volume is my first and foremost. Some people don't even consider it an indicator, but believe me, it is. Volume is my number one favorite indicator. If somebody put a gun to my head and said, "Mike, you can trade today, but you can only trade with one indicator," what is it? It would be volume, hands down. Wouldn't even be a question. Understanding volume analysis is crucial in being a good day trader and identifying high probability patterns and grade A setups. So that's my favorite. Then I also use VWAP with no pre-market data. I also use the 9 EMA, which is called the trade line, with also no pre-market data included. And I also use Fibonacci retracement levels. I'd say those are probably my main intraday indicators that I use. Yeah, Creative Spotlight wants to know if there's any way I can give a crash course on options. Creative Spotlight, I have an entire options course available on the website already. So I already have created a beginner options course that walks you through basic calls, basic puts. And then with this live stream, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about some advanced option strategies. But I have already created an entire course for you. I've already created an entire course for you. Yeah, RG, mostly weekly options, RG, yes. Jason, somebody asked, they said that they missed Friday in chat. They want to know if you're still in X puts.
I got out.
He got out. Drew, he exited the X options. Trader D, I'd say they both have their advantages and their disadvantages. The futures are nice, Trader D, just because you don't have. Oh yeah, you just said it. They don't have any time decay on the futures, and you can exit your trade if it's gapping against you in the overnight futures market when you can't do that with an option. So trading the futures would be a better bet, or like shorting the futures instead of buying SPY put options, because you will be able to exit the trade if it starts to gap against you overnight, because the futures market trades overnight. Next question. Oh, nice. DMCK finished the options course today. Nice. DMCK is a TGT member. They just finished the beginner option course today. Well, DMK, I'm launching just now. My announcement today on the live stream is that I'm publishing an advanced options course now that will be available for all members, included with their membership. And I wanted to share some of the information with you guys because we don't talk much about the advanced option strategies. There's a lot of members and a lot of people that follow the YouTube channel that are part of the community that are looking to learn how to trade options. But once you get past basic calls and puts, there's some really cool, fun, exciting things that you can do with options that could position you to make money in a lot of different ways. And that's what we're going to be talking about on this live stream. Hey, Caitlin, I'm doing well. Caitlin, how about you? I'm doing well. How about you? Nice. XRP gal finished all the courses tonight. Nice. Very nice. Thank you, Caitlin. I know, Caitlin, I heard you got caught on the opposite end of the news, the Facebook news with Zoom. I heard about that. I'm sorry to hear about that. Nice, Pete. Congratulations, Pete. Guys, Pete S. Pete S just became TTG certified tonight. Yes, Pete. I love it. Congrats, Pete. Congrats. Yes, Ali, you can trade with me at the same time. Yes. Yes, Ali. So Ali asked, can you trade with me at the same time? Guys, just so you guys are clear and you guys understand that the True Trading Group, I share my screen with members throughout the entire day. I'm also on the microphone with Jason. Um, so you see exactly what I'm doing. You get notified whenever I enter and exit trades. I'm also on the microphone talking you guys through what I see, what I expect to have happen, when I'm going to buy, when I'm going to take profits, where's my stop loss, all of that. I talk you guys through that live, like I'm talking to you now. I talk to people live and you see my screen. So yes, you can trade with me. Yes, you can trade with me at the same time. What is TTG certified? Okay, great question. Somebody wants to know what is nice. Juan Ojeda Jr. just signed up today. Welcome to the team, Juan. Welcome to the team. Jacob Jaha says, where can I get an options course? Our website. Jacob, our website has a beginner's options course that teaches you basic calls and puts, and it also has an advanced options course that goes over a lot more in-depth and complex option strategies, which we're going to talk to on this live stream. And since all of you are talking about courses, I'm reminding you all that the 30% discount is available for the next 4 days. Okay, so the what I've been doing for during the coronavirus situation was running a 30% discount for anybody that wanted to join, take all the courses, learn how to trade, join the group. I'm giving a 30% discount. I did that for the entire month of March and the entire month of April, but in May, we're going to go back up to our regular price. So if you guys want to get the option courses, the beginners course and the advanced course, as well as all the other courses, which is beginners, foundations, stock trading, advanced technical analysis, advanced trading courses, trader psychology courses. I mean, there's just a slew of other course material that's available on the website. You guys can get access to all that stuff included free with your membership. And right now, get a 30% discount on that membership up for the next 4 days. Okay, for the next 4 days, you guys will be able to get that 30% discount. What I'm also going to be doing is I wasn't going to even mention this stuff until later in the live stream, but since so many of you are talking about it, I'm just gonna share it with you now. So the 30% discount, guys, is a 1-year all-inclusive membership that gets you access to all of the trading courses, including all of the option courses. Okay, those courses is the same material. I wrote those courses, the same material that I learned when I worked at a hedge fund. I've taken the education I received at the fund, I've simplified it, and I've created the courses that are on the TGT website. Okay, you get access to all that stuff included for free with your membership, with the 30% discount. All right, with the 30% discount. So that's going to be 1 year of chat room, which where, like I said, I share my screen. You get all my trade alerts. I'm on the microphone. You can private message me during the day and ask me questions, um, as well as all the other moderators in chat. So it's not just me. We've got Jason who's on the phone, and then we've also got a couple other pro traders that are in there as well as professional moderators that are calling out trades and answering questions and giving their market insight and feedback on what it is that they're seeing and what they expect to have happen. You also get text message alerts. So if you guys can't be in chat during the day, you can follow along with what it is that we're still trading. You also get email swing trade alerts. You get access to the premium blog, which is updated daily with trade recaps, trade ideas, general market commentary. And then also the stock profile section, which gives you a compiled report of all the information on any stock that you're interested in. If you're interested in Roku, you can type in Roku. It populates for you a stock profile with analyst reports. Okay, so you can get, say there's 20 different analysts that cover Roku. Well, you're going to get all 20 of their price targets. Do they recommend a buy, a sell, a hold? You get all that access, all that information via the stock profile section of the website. All of this stuff is included with your membership, as well as any and all future courses. So everyone that's currently a True Trading Group member, even if they've been a member for a year, when I publish the advanced trading course, which I'm publishing tonight, they automatically get access to it. There's no upsells in True Trading Group. Okay, it's just like Netflix. When you become a Netflix subscriber and they come out with a new series or a new movie, you automatically get access to the content. There's no upsell. Same thing with TTG. When you guys join, you get automatic access to the new courses. All right. So every TGD member is automatically going to get access to the new course. All right. And same goes for anyone that signs up now with that 30% all-inclusive discount for the 1-year membership. Okay. So I wanted to share that information with you guys, make sure that you guys all knew about that. So let me get back to somebody else's question. They were asking, what does it mean to be TGT certified? Okay. What it means to be TGT certified, guys, is every course that's available on the website has a quiz at the end. If you score 85% or higher, you get a badge for that course. Then if you earn all the badges for all the courses, then you become TGT certified. You can print out a certificate. You get a little medallion on your member dashboard. You put that medallion as an avatar in chat. It lets people know that you have passed all of the courses. You know what you're talking about. You've received a professional education, and your people can value your opinion more because they know that you've completed all of the courses. Because don't forget, all of those courses, it's the same information that I learned when I worked at a hedge fund. I've just simplified things a little bit to make it easier to understand. That's it. So if you go through all those courses and you take the quizzes and you earn all the badges and you become TGT certified, that's a big step. That's a big step for members. That's why Pete just said, as of tonight, Pete just became TGT certified. And that's why, Pete S., I want to congratulate you. Hell of a job, buddy. I love how you're taking time over the weekends to put in that work and do that studying. It will pay off. And I look forward to trading with you in chat tomorrow. Yes, Jay Rose, it does. Jay Rose asked, does the chat history show up on replay after the live stream? Yes, it does, Jay Rose. So you guys, when this live stream is over, you guys can go back and rewatch it, and you'll see the chat feed. Let's see. Nice, Aaron. Aaron Anderson, another TGD member, says the courses alone are worth the money. Oh, nice. Great. XRP Gal, that's awesome. Thank you. So XRP Gal, I didn't even check, guys. I haven't checked yet, but the advanced options course is now online Boom. The advanced options course is now online, guys. It is official. It's official, guys. We are now live with the advanced options course. Oh, nice. John, what's up, buddy? John Bobron, what's up, man? He says, no one gives you bang for your buck like TTG. That's a fact. John, what's up, brother? I'll see you in chat tomorrow. Fabio, what's up? My man. Nice. Peter Julius Joseph says, no matter if you're a beginner or advanced trader, you will be better trader after the course. Yes. I love it. Yes, John Bobron, I am. John Bobron, that is one of the courses I plan on coming out with in the next maybe 2 months, is a long-term investing course. And in that course, I'm going to share with everyone my long-term holdings and how I go about deciding when I want to, which companies I want to add to my long-term portfolios and when I want to add those companies to my long-term portfolios. That's another course that I'm going to be coming out with probably within the next 2 months. R. Hirsch, what's up, brother? R. Hirsch, I see you, man. I see you. R. Hirsch says, I got to say, Michael always answers my questions, and all the moderators answer all of my questions gladly. We're here to help, bro. We are here to help. Believe me, if you have a question, somebody else has the same one. Pablo says, how long does it take for the beginner course? Well, there's 2 different beginner courses, Pablo. There's the beginner stock trading course, and there's a beginner options trading course. If you sat down and you really put some time into it, you can probably get through the beginner course in a couple days. Oh God, yes, Raul. Raul John says, do you teach how to scan and pick stocks for trading? Absolutely. I cover with you guys, on a daily basis. Not even so in the courses, even on a daily basis. I teach and I share with you guys what how I go about picking what stocks I'm going to trade on the day, and I teach everybody. Excuse me. I teach everybody how to be a sniper and not a machine gunner. If you follow my channel, you've probably heard me say that phrase a few times. And that's really the key to trading. You really want to be a sniper, not a machine gunner. What I mean by that is a sniper picks their shots and their accuracy is extremely high. But the reason why their accuracy is extremely high is because they wait for the highest probability to hit their target. They will sit there and sometimes stalk their target for hours or even days, waiting for the perfect opportunity to take the shot. So when you wait for the perfect opportunity, you have a much better chance of hitting your target. A machine gunner doesn't take their time. A machine gunner is not accurate. A machine gunner will shoot as many times as it takes in order to hit their target. That's what you do not want to do as a trader. You don't want to just go around placing trade after trade after trade after trade after trade and not caring about the trade that you're making or the shot or the quality of the shot that you're taking. Be the sniper, be patient, wait for your setup, and then take your shot. Don't be a machine gunner. So that's something that I teach all of our members how to do specifically is stock selection. One of the biggest things that traders struggle with is stock selection. How do you come up with your watch list? Then once you have your watch list, maybe it's 10 stocks. How do you know which one to actually go after? All of these things are things that I cover with our members on a regular basis. And sometimes just stock selection could make a huge difference in your P&L if you're trading stocks that are not in play and you just need to be focusing your attention elsewhere. There are signs that I teach people to look for to identify when a stock is in play versus when you're probably going to be best off, kicking that one to the side and looking elsewhere. Ryan, the membership with the discount. So Ryan is asking how much is the membership. So Ryan, A normal membership, this is for the year. This is a 1 year all-inclusive membership that gives you access to the chat, all the trade alerts, and the entire course curriculum. The normal price is $14.97 for the year. With the 30% discount, it's just over $1,000. It comes out to like a cup of coffee a day. Absolutely, music, absolutely. Music. First of all, that's an excellent question. I'm glad you asked it. Um, Music says, do you set aside time for beginners to answer questions so they don't slow down experienced investors? So, music, what I do with is something that we actually just did this on Friday. Um, at I think it was around 5 o'clock, all new and beginner traders that really don't know what they're doing. They want to learn how to set up their charts. They have very basic and beginner questions. We set a specific time on Friday where Jason Simmons, one of our other pro moderators, came in chat at 5 o'clock, and any of the beginner traders that wanted help setting up their charts, they were able to go in there and Jason would walk them through setting up their charts, getting their indicators set properly, understanding their trading platform, all of that stuff. Um, we have kind of set aside. So there's really something here for traders of all skill levels, and that's why we actually have in chat we have two chat windows. One is the main general chat, which is where you discuss trading ideas and what you're seeing. Then you have an off-topic chat, and that's where people can go and ask questions. So generally speaking, what we have happen is the beginner traders will tend to go in the off-topic chat and ask very general, basic questions, and either other members that are maybe TGT certified answer the question for them, other moderators answer the question for them, myself, Jason, one of us answer the question for them. And then members also have the ability to send direct messages to all of the moderators to ask them questions as well. So I encourage people to ask questions. It's the only way that you're going to learn. So I encourage it. Believe me, it doesn't bother me when people ask me questions. I just ask that, don't message me at 9:45 in the morning and expect me to answer right away because I'm busy, I'm trading, things are active. But I do answer every single one of my DMs throughout the day from members that are asking me questions. It's just bear with me if I don't answer right away. Sometimes I can get 100 DMs throughout the course of a day from members. And then don't forget, on top of that, I'm also trading. So I promise I'll answer every DM. Just sometimes just give me a little bit of time. Yeah, Mukesh. Mukesh wants to know if you can view recent trading history. You can just look at the YouTube channel. I post all my trades on my YouTube channel every day. Jacob, it's whenever you want. So Jacob wants to know, how long after the membership do we get to do our one-on-one? Um, um, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Jacob, how long after can you do your one-on-one? It's up to you. You can do your one-on-one right away, or you can do your one-on-one in 4 months from now. It's totally up to you. Whenever you want to do your one-on-one, the only thing that I do suggest to members is that before you schedule your one-on-one, before you schedule your one-on-one, I would suggest going through the courses because I want to make the most out of our time together. And I want to go over things that you don't understand, not necessarily just things that you don't know, because a lot of your questions are going to be answered in the courses. So I'd rather, when we do our one-on-one, let's talk about things that you don't understand, or let's talk about things that you struggle with. I don't want to get on our one-on-one and you say, Mike, what's the trade line? Well, because that's something that you will learn in the courses. But if you want to get more specific about a trade line bebop crossover type setup, or how to ride the trade line during a momentum move, and how to set your stop loss in conjunction with the trade line, like if you want to get more specific, like that's when let's use our one-on-one time for that, just so we can make the most out of your time together. But you can set your one-on-one in a week after you sign up, or you can set your one-on-one 10 months after you sign up. It's totally up to you and whatever is convenient. Mark wants to know, can we pay the membership in installments? And Ryan has the same question also. And Ali, wow. Okay, Mark, Ali, and Ryan, all three of you, same question. Want to know, can you pay in installments? We do have a payment plan option where you can pay the membership off in 3 months. Okay, if anybody is interested in the payment plan, just send an email to info@truetradinggroup.com and say that you would like to get set up with the 3-month payment plan. No, Eric. So Eric's wants to know, if I sign up on Tuesday after market closes, can I still qualify for a one-on-one? Well, Eric's, what I'm doing right now is I'm not doing one-on-ones right now for people that sign up on Tuesday. I don't know if I'm going to. I have so many one-on-ones. I don't know yet, Chris. Chris, I might maybe do one on Tuesday. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do the one-on-one, Eric's, on Tuesday. I have so many that I'm going to do one-on-ones for people that sign up tonight. So anybody that signs up tonight for the 30% discount will get a free one-on-one with either myself or the Wolf, whoever you guys prefer. If you guys want a one-on-one with me and you guys are here for me, you're going to want to use the coupon code TTGBM2020. Okay, again, that's TTGBM2020, and that'll get you guys the 30% discount and the one-on-one. If you guys want your one-on-one with Jason and you are here because of Jason, you follow him on Twitter, use the coupon code TTGWolf. Okay, TTGWOLF. Yep, no problem, Eric's. Yes, I do, Mike. So Mike wants to know, do you overlook our trades to see our mistake, guide us in the right direction? Mike, yes. So one of the things I do with my one-on-ones is I have traders connect their accounts to TraderView, download the full detailed report, send it to me. I get to dive into like their last 6 months of their trading and try to identify patterns in where you're going wrong and what you're doing right. It's important that you know what your strengths and weaknesses are. I go through that. And then traders also send me some of their individual trades, like charts, and this is where I entered, this is where I exited, and we go over and we review those trades. That's crucial part of understanding what you're doing wrong, and is something that I do with all of my one-on-one students. Yes, Mike. Yo, Mikey Fab, what's up, bro? Etch 777, what's up? Nice. Just ate some dinner. Time to tune into the boss. Etch, my man, I'll see you in chat tomorrow. Mikey Fab, I'll see you in chat tomorrow. Nice. TraderView is a Jersey Devil. TraderView is actually spelled VUE. VUE, not VIEW. No, Genevieve, if you just copy me, you're not going to make the same amount because our position size is going to be different and our entry and exits are not going to be identical. So you're not going to make the same amount as me if you just follow me. Our position sizes would have to be the same. Yo, Sean, what's up? Sean Miller, another TGT member. Ali says, what are you drinking? I'm just drinking water. Alkaline water, actually. Mike, Mike, you're asking good questions, bro. So Mike says, what kind of equipment do you suggest we have before we start trading? You need a fast processor, a good computer or a laptop. I prefer, if you're going to use a laptop, I would use one of the gamer laptops like an Asus, something that's very powerful and very fast that can handle, high speed stuff. Like, a lot of the gamer laptops are really good with that. And I would suggest more than one monitor. So I trade with 3 monitors and a laptop. Okay, so I have 3 large monitors, and then I also have a laptop. When I travel, I have a laptop and then 2 portable extendable monitors. Um, so I would suggest you at least have 2 monitors. It can be as simple as a laptop, and you can connect with a USB port right from your laptop to a portable monitor. It's like a real thin monitor. It has a little kickstand on the back, and that can expand your screen, and that can give you 2 monitors. They're cheap. You can get them at Best Buy or Amazon or anything like that. But I would say you should at least have 2 screens if you're going to be a trader. Yeah, yeah, Genevieve, no problem. We can help. Yeah, Genevieve, we actually help um, beginner traders that have never done this before. We help you set up your charts. We help you set up your accounts. We help you get familiar with how to place orders. We help set you guys up if you've never traded before. How many hours a day do I trade, Pablo? I trade the whole day. I trade the whole day. I mean, I prefer it. You know, there's opportunities in the afternoon just like there are in the morning. I trade the whole day. What time do you trade every day? Members join you at what time? So our chat room opens at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. So members start to come in at 7:30 a.m. Eastern, and they just come in gradually up until 9:30 when the bell rings. But starting at 7:30, it's open, so you can come in at that time if you want. And Jason Simmons, one of our moderators, is in there. He's going over pre-market movers, leading gappers, press releases, economic data, commodities pricing. He's covering all of that stuff, discussing the watch list. He's talking about all of that, and then I come on at around 9 o'clock, 9:15, and I go over my game plan and my watch list. Um, and then the bell rings at 9:30, and then we kick some ass. And then after the close at 4 o'clock, bell rings, market closes. I go over every day a trade recap with all of our members, where I recap all of my trades. I answer people's questions. We talk about lessons you can learn from the trading day. And then I leave the chat room open till around 5:30 for members to talk to each other, ask questions. You know, moderators are still in there answering questions, and it's open. It closes at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, trading fees in Canada do suck. They really do suck in Canada. We have a few members, and they told me, um, they told me some of the horror stories about how much it cost them to trade like an option. I mean, it's ridiculous. Not Chris. Chris says, Mike, I really need that one-on-one. Chris, sign up tonight, brother. You got that one-on-one. So again, guys, you guys sign up tonight. You get a free one-on-one mentor session with myself or the Wolf. So you guys can get a 30% discount and a free one-on-one session with myself by using coupon code TTGBM2020 or using the coupon code TTGWolf if you want a one-on-one with Jason Spadafora, the Wolf himself. No, not yet, Dan. So Dan Ferreira asked, do our courses teach about reading financials and how to tell the difference between a solid, like good management team? Not yet. So one of the courses I'm going to be coming out with in the future is a long-term investment course, which will talk to you guys about, financials and valuations and good what I look for in a company when I decide to add it to my long-term portfolio. So that's not out yet, but it is coming soon. And like I said, all members that sign up with the all-inclusive membership, you get access to all future courses. So as new courses get published, you automatically get access to them. No, Kelly, I'm sorry, Kelly. The 30% is just for the 30% off is for a one-time payment for the full year subscription. But if you guys want, you can pay off the retail price over a 3-month plan. Pablo says, how many strategies do you have? I mean, I'm not sure what you mean by how many strategies I have. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Wow, really, Mark? Mark, I haven't even checked it. WTI is already down 6.5%. Wow. Yeah, I haven't even checked it yet. Oh, thanks, Glenn. Glenn, another member, says he's the real deal. Very intelligent person. Thanks, Glenn. Michael Turner, what's up, brother? I see you, Mike. Michael Turner says, just a normal paying member here, 10 out of 10. Would recommend for any level trader. I had little knowledge, and in the 3 weeks since I joined, my progress is crazy. Mike, music to my ears, brother. Music to my ears. No, John, I only use Lightspeed as my active trading account. My long-term investments are mostly with JP Morgan, and I also have a portfolio with Fidelity. Um, well, Chris, this will be your last chance for the 30% discount with the one-on-one, most likely, because after come May, the 30% will be no more. Curtis, Jason, Curtis says, if I get an appointment with the Wolf, how much profit can I expect?
How many pop stocks do you own right now? A penny saved is a penny earned.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm doing one-on-ones with people, I mean, a lot of times I'm cleaning up their pop stocks. And a lot of people want to learn how to trade options. And I basically give them the keys to an ATM machine.
Yeah. So I mean that's a really tough question there to ask, Curtis. But it all depends on your account size and where you are in your development as a trader. But um, I will guarantee you that with Jason, myself, and the other moderators, you will become a better trader. That I can promise. Thoughts on earnings? Randy says, let's talk earnings. Joe Canada wants thoughts on earnings. Guys, I think earnings are going to be very mixed. I think earnings season is going to be really funky because you're going to get a lot of companies that are going to just have horribly abysmal earnings, but that are expected to be abysmally bad. Then you have some companies that are going to have really good earnings, like Chipotle, Walmart, Target, um, Amazon. You're probably going to get some, those companies are probably going to have very good earnings, but the guidance is what's really going to be the kicker. The guidance is what everybody cares about. Um, Q2 is going to be the worst. You're talking April. The entire economy is shut down in April. The economy was shut down in March. So I think guidance, you're going to see a lot of examples of a company beats their earnings, but then maybe misses on guidance and the stock goes down. You can actually also get instances where a company could miss earnings and the stock could go up because their guidance might be forecasting that the company expects revenues to get back to normal quickly. So let's say company ABC reports earnings on Wednesday and they're expecting to do $1.50 a share EPS, and it comes in $1.35 or $1.40 EPS. The stock, but let's say they expect their year-end guidance. They still haven't changed their year-end guidance. They think that Q3, Q4 are going to be very strong. That's an example where you can have a company miss earnings and the stock actually go up, because don't forget how stocks have been sold off because of the expectation of poor earnings and the economy being shut down, that everyone is going to be caring about what's the future look like? How long do you think it's going to take to get back to normal? When you look at the airline industry, like the airline, you have CEOs saying it's going to take at least 2, maybe 3 years before they get back to peak air traffic that they saw in January before the virus started to become an issue. So that's a long time before they get earnings back to a pre-virus level. Other companies are going to recover a lot faster. Um, so you're going to want to look for the companies that will be able to pick back up and get back to pre-virus revenue levels quickly. Those are the companies that you're going to want to look for to buy because their guidance is going to tell the story. And people are going to be looking for safe places to put their money over the next, probably 2 quarters. And the first place they're going to flock to are companies that where their CEOs and their boards where they expect guidance for Q3 and Q4 to be better than is what is initially being priced in on the street. And those are the companies that whose stocks I think when they come to reporting earnings are going to soar. And then you're going to have the companies that show a real hesitation or a real concern about Q2, Q3, Q4 earnings that say we might not see regular revenue numbers until mid 2021, late 2021. Those are the stocks that will get sold on their earning prints, even if they beat on their EPS and they beat on their revenues. Those are the companies where you can actually see the stock still go down. So I think you're going to get a very volatile earnings season for Q1 and Q2. The next earnings season is going to be just as volatile because you're going to have the March shutdown and the April shutdown. March is part of the Q1, April's part of the Q2, and those 2 months where nobody's working is going to really throw a big wrench in on earnings. So it's going to be interesting, but I think it's going to be a very, um, I think it's going to be a very volatile, and I think it's going to be a very up and down type of session where you're not going to see like one whole sector either goes up or goes down. It's going to really be cherry picked. Like you're going to get stocks that are going to move individually on their own. I don't. There's going to be a break in correlation, I think, during this earnings season. Thomas Barty says, "Do I trade penny stocks?" Um, I trade penny stocks in the sense in the technical definition, which is a stock that trades below $5. Yes, I will trade small caps that trade below $5. I don't trade OTC stocks, if that's what you're asking. I do not trade any OTC stocks. Um, and I very rarely trade stocks that are below $1. I do sometimes, like I traded WLL last week. That stock was below $1, ended up going over $1. Um, but it's very rare. But I do trade, $1, $2, $3 stocks that, the small caps. I do trade those, but I also trade large caps. I trade Boeing, I trade Roku, I trade Tesla, I trade Apple, I trade Amazon. Like I trade options, I trade ETFs, I trade everything, guys. Nice, my turn. Made a killing on low caps. Yeah, especially those oil stocks, right? Those oil stocks were crazy this week. Let's see what else, guys. Just looking, I'm just trying to get caught up. Just trying to get caught up, guys, with some of your questions. All right. Oh God, Pablo, I don't like offshore brokers. I don't trust them with my money. Christina Miller, no, I do not expect a limit down move on the Dow. Pablo, I don't trust offshore brokers, man. I just don't. If you want to open them up, put a small amount of money in there, maybe to get borrows on some of the penny stocks or something like that, fine. But I would never put a large chunk of change in an offshore broker. Eric's, I made money on WLL was the oil stock I made money on this week, or well, last week. I traded it twice. Raul, great question. Raul says, I'm a newbie at trading. What do you recommend I should learn? Stock trading or option trading? What TTG specializes in, stock or options trading? So, Raul, TGT specializes in both. Okay, we trade stocks and we trade options. There's courses on how to trade stocks and how to trade options. What I will say to you is this: you cannot learn how to trade options before you learn how to trade stocks. You have to learn how to trade stocks first. The stocks will only move up or down. Okay, so you're going to make or lose money if the stock goes up or the stock goes down. With options, it's different. Okay, with options, you can lose money even if the stock doesn't move. The biggest factor that will affect the price of an option is the price movement of the underlying stock. So if you don't understand price movement in the stock, then you're never going to be able to accurately, analyze price movement of an option. So you should always learn how to trade stocks first. Anytime that somebody joins TTG that has never traded before and they say, I want to learn how to trade options. So, okay, that's great. They go, all right, I'm going to start with the options course. I go, no, you're not. They go, what? But no, I want to learn how to trade options. I go, I know. But you're going to start with the beginner stock trading course first. And that's because you cannot fully learn and grasp options without learning stocks first. So my suggestion to you, Raul, would be to join TTG, get the 30% discount, get the free one-on-one, and then also, um, start with the beginner and foundation courses for stock trading that are on our website. Okay, start there, then go to the advanced stock trading courses, then go to the beginner options course. Yep, no, guys, I'm only doing the one-on-ones for people that sign up tonight. Yep, the one-on-ones are only for people that sign up tonight. Yes, music, you do. Dennis, I don't have options in Zoom. I am short Zoom. I'm actually short Zoom. So I shorted shares of Zoom, Dennis, at 174.41. So I am short shares of Zoom at 174.41. Christina, I think TVIX goes up this week. Playing W game, it is if you don't get a big gap. Yes, we do teach Fibonacci. Yeah, Fibonacci's are one of the most common indicators that I use. Jacob, I don't know. I tend to like United better. I tend to like United better of the airlines. Delta's pretty good too. I tend to like United better. Yeah, I tend to like United better. Yes, Sushil, I go over all of my indicators in the courses. You guys will learn in the courses exactly what what indicators I use and how I use them. Jeffrey wants to know what's your biggest profit and loss on one ticker. Um, are you saying like in one day, 1 month, 1 year, my life? What my biggest profit and loss on one ticker? Uh, Tesla's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna have eyes on Tesla. Nah, Dennis, I don't really follow penny stocks really like that. This month, Pavlo, so far my win-loss ratio right now is 80% this month. But I'm usually in like the low to mid 70s. But I've been trading very, very, very well this month. Well, Spot Rocker, that totally depends on what your goal is. Spot Rocker wants to know what's your preferred advanced option strategy for a 2 to 3 week hold. It depends on if you think a stock's going to go up, down, or sideways. We're going to get into that in a little bit. Project 222 says, and you know Mike is going to do a trade before he enters. That's a very important thing. I want to make sure you guys all know that as a member of TTG, when you guys are in the chat room, I always let you know what I'm going to do before I do it. Okay. So if I say, like when I shorted Zoom, that news came out with Facebook. I came on the mic. I go, guys, I'm going to short Zoom here. Then bang, I executed the trade. And then as soon as I enter the trade, a push notification pops up in chat with a little audio notification to let you know that I executed a trade. And it tells you the ticker symbol, the price, the stop loss, everything gets popped up right there as a push notification. But I will always let you guys know what I'm going to do before I do it. Eric's, I don't think so, man. I think that was kind of a one and done type thing. I think those oil companies are going to struggle for a long time. The small ones. Thomas Barty, what's up, man? Thomas says the TGT courses are great. Juan, I would say, it depends on if you're talking about investing or trading. If you're talking about investing, um, I think there's my answer is going to be a lot different than if you're just talking about trading. Music, you can schedule your one-on-one whenever you want. So Music said, after I sign up tonight, how far out can I schedule my one-on-one? Would like to complete the stock course first. Music, you can schedule your one-on-one whenever you want. You can schedule it 1 week from now, you can schedule it 10 months from now. It's whenever you are ready and whenever you want to schedule the time with me, you know, take some time, think about it, think about what you want to discuss, what topics you want to go over, what questions you want to ask, so we can make the most of our time together. So you can schedule it whenever you want. Christina, I have no idea. I can't speak on anybody else. I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, Pablo, I trade the whole day. So Pablo, a lot of our members are part-time traders, meaning they have other jobs and responsibilities during the day that can't sit in front of their computer all day long. So I trade the whole day. So we also have members from all over the world. We have members in Singapore. We have one member in Singapore. We have two members in the Netherlands. They're actually both in Amsterdam. And we have a member in Italy. We have a member right now who's originally from Vegas, but is living in Spain. We have a lot of members in Canada. What else? We have Russia. We have a couple members in Russia. Am I missing any other countries? Whatever. The point is that I trade the entire day. So we have a lot of members that will come in, they'll trade the morning. Like if we have a West Coast member, they'll come in, they'll trade the open for an hour, 2 hours, then they'll leave and they'll go to work. We have members that are in a different time zone that might get done with work and they come in and they trade the afternoon. And I'm there the whole day because I love trading and I'm going to trade as long as the market's open. I'm going to be trading. Um, so even if you have a full time job, you can still trade with us whenever your schedule fits. But also the text message alerts. This is where that really comes into play. The text message alerts are sent to your cell phone whenever I enter or exit a trade. So even if you're not in chat, you can still follow what it is that I'm trading. So that's another um, key resource and aspect of TTG that especially is helpful for people that have full-time jobs. Yeah, Stort. I'm gonna do something on Tuesday, Stort. Inside the chat, I'll offer something. Ryan, the email is info@truetradinggroup.com. If you guys are interested in the payment plan, or you just have general questions, you can send an email to info@truetradinggroup.com. No, Joel, I do not. So Joel says, Mike, do you offer any tax advice on how to structure LLCs, holding corps, etc.? No, that we don't do, Joel. Mr. D, we do not offer a monthly membership. They're just year memberships because when you sign up, we automatically give you access to the entire curriculum included for free. So when you sign up, you get access to the entire trading curriculum included. So we only have year memberships. Queen Bitch says, since we newbies need to learn the basics first, how do we invest in a sideways market if not trading options? The best time for you to actually invest is in a down market or in a sideways market. You don't want to be, you want to have your positions already when the markets are going up. I've added to my long term portfolios in March. I'm going to add to them probably in May as well. Oh, God, yeah. Sushil, yeah. Sushil Menon says, is 10 to 15K a decent amount to start trading options? Absolutely. That's more than enough. Pablo, he's just referring because on Tuesday the chat room is open for free. So if you guys want to come into chat on Tuesday and just like see what chat is like, you can enter it on Tuesday for free. You just have to go to truetradinggroup.com and in the upper right hand corner you'll click on it'll say TTG Tuesday. You'll fill out that form and you'll get a link that'll give you access to the chat room on Tuesday. Dolly says, if I start with 2K and buy and sell with you, how much could I make on a daily basis? Um, I mean, listen, it's these questions are tough for me to answer because everybody's different. But what I will say is that on average, okay, I'd say the majority of our members make back anywhere between 8 and 10 times the membership um, in their first 6 months to a year of trading, depending on their account size. So, what we typically have seen in the first couple months is like a trader that starts with a $1,500 account. In 6 months, they're at least up to like a $3,500 account, and they just chip away. But it all depends on their experience level. Like Dolly, everyone's different. We had a member last week that made 50 grand in 1 week. We had a member that made 12 grand in 1 day. But then we have members that make, $100 in a day, $200. It all depends on your position size and it depends on your experience level. Don't ever compare yourself to other traders, you know, ever. Don't ever compare yourself to other traders. It's like when sometimes people ask me like, well, Mike, well, how much did you make today? Don't even it's irrelevant. You don't want to compare yourself to other traders. The only person that matters is you. You don't want to look at somebody else and say, oh my God, well, that trader made $1,000. How come I only made 200? You don't know that trader's story. You don't know their journey. They could have been trading for 3 years longer than you have. Okay. They might be trading with bigger position size. They might be better at one thing and you're better at something else. Like, don't ever compare yourself to other traders. It's really just about yourself. Yes, you can, XRP gal. Nice, James. James Begin says this is the best by far, the best overall market glimpse and insight for all types of traders, small caps, large caps, options, futures, etc. Sandra, what's up, Sandra? I see you. What's up, Sandra? I'll see you tomorrow in chat. Sandra says Mike TTG is the bestest. 2 exclamation points. Sandra, I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, Randy. We're working on it. We're working on the level 2 feed. Yeah, Cadence. I mean, you can ask me if you want to see it, Cadence. I always share it with people if they want to know. So basically, what I do, Cadence, is if you want to know, if you just have to ask me and I'll show you um, about my position size. But the reason why initially I don't like when my trades are executed, you'll see my entry price, you'll see my stop loss, you'll see when I'm exiting my trades. The reason why I don't show my position size unless you want to know it is because it affects other traders' decisions. I trade with very large size. Okay. So the difference between now, not the difference, the whole point of this is let's say, for example, I enter a tier one position. Tier one is a starter, it's a feeler, it's a small piece of it's 25% of the size that I really want to get up to. And let's say I go ahead and I enter a tier one, and that tier one's a $50,000 position. A trader that has $2,000 in their account might look at the screen and say, oh my God, Mike just bought $50,000 of a stock. He must be super confident. And that trader is going to go and they're going to put their entire $2,000 account into one trade because they think I must be super confident if I have $50,000 in the trade. Meanwhile, I plan on getting up to a $150,000 position. And the 50 is my starter, it's my feeler. That is why, unless you want to see it, I don't show people my position size because I don't want it affecting their decisions. I used to. I used to show my size, and there were so many instances where people were like just in shock of the position size. It's irrelevant. Percentage gain is percentage gain, whether you have $1 million position or a $100 position. 10% is 10%. 20% is 20%. It does not matter what position size is. Your risk tolerance is going to be your risk tolerance. Mine's going to be totally different. Somebody else's is going to be totally different. You need to trade your position size that you're comfortable with on a risk tolerance that makes sense for you, that you are comfortable with. Okay. Seeing my position size when I enter the trade. Now, if you want to know when I'm entering the trade, Mike, what's the size? I'll show you. But that's why I don't just have it out there because it has in the past affected traders' decisions. And that's the last thing that I ever want to see is a trader puts their entire account into a trade and then they take a loss and they can't afford to take that loss. And that's why I don't do it. So, Cadence, I hope that makes sense and I hope that answers your question. Well, Sushil asks, Mike, when you trade, do you recommend the size from a risk and reward perspective? Yes. So I don't recommend size to anybody because everyone's size is different. So I'm not recommending size. But what I do is I identify for people where's the stop loss. Let's say I'm looking at a stock, like perfect example, Zoom on Friday. I'll give you guys a perfect example, Zoom on Friday. When that Zoom news came out, I got short right there, 174.41. As soon as that news came out and we figured out what the news was, I came on the mic. I go, guys, I'm going to short Zoom. My stop is going to be at VWAP. That's what I said on the microphone before I entered the trade. Then I entered the trade right there. I executed at 174.41. My stop loss, I said, was VWAP. So now, I have now just told you in a matter of 2 seconds my entry and my stop loss. It's now up to you to calculate your position size so that that risk, this is your risk. This is your risk from the entry to the stop loss. In between is your risk. It's up to you to calculate your position size so that that risk is a dollar amount you're comfortable with. For me, right now I'm risking about $5,000 a trade. Sometimes if I'm real confident, I might push it up towards 7. Okay? That's the risk that I'm taking on right now. So what I will do is, let's say if I wanted to risk $5,000 on a trade and I enter a trade and my stop loss is $1 away, then I'm entering 5,000 shares. It doesn't matter if the stock is $100 or $10. Position size is irrelevant. My risk remains constant. This is something that you guys have to get down specifically. Your risk must remain constant. If your risk tolerance, let's say, you know what, you're like, Mike, I'm comfortable risking $100 on a trade. You should be risking about $100 on every single trade, whether the stock is $1, $10, or $50. You adjust your position size so that wherever your stop loss is, that loss would be equal to $100. You maintain consistency in your risk. You never have consistency in your position size. If anybody says to you, when someone says to you, how much size do you trade with? Your answer should not be, oh, I trade with the $1,000 position. Your answer should be, I trade with $100 risk. Because I can buy an $800,000 position in Apple and risk the exact same amount of money in a $20,000 position on some $2 small cap that's flying around and is halting with a 1,000,000 share float. And I can still risk the same few $1,000. Position size is irrelevant. It changes with every trade. Your risk stays constant. Do not forget that. It's something that a lot of traders do wrong, and that alone can save your ass. Danny says, how do I find the TC triangles? I don't have a scan set for them. I just find them myself. What helps is I do have a high a day scanner. So when stocks make a high of the day, I get notified so I can pull it up. And then if it's a TG triangle setup, I can base it off of that. Yes, Juan, I do. Juan wants to know if TTG, we make predictions and suggestions for like buying a stock for the next day for like a swing trade. And the answer is yes. Yes, we do. Oh, Vince, that's a loaded question, brother. That's really saved for the courses. Vince wants to know, how do you know what stocks to shoot for and what triggers do you look for? Vince, that we could spend an entire hour on the live stream just talking about that alone. What I will tell you is the difference is that you want to look for A plus setups. What is an A plus setup? An A plus setup is a pattern that has a high probability of working out in one specific way or one specific direction. It's a high probability pattern. All right. There are things that you can look for that add to that probability. Every bull flag does not have the same probability of continuing higher. Every head and shoulders does not have the same probability of moving lower. There are things you need to look for to identify the quality of the setup. Is the setup an A quality, B quality, C quality? And what determines that is multiple indicators. The thing that you will learn in True Trading Group is the importance of understanding how indicators work in conjunction with one another. How do you use the Fibonacci retracement, with VWAP, with the trade line. How do you use all of those indicators together at the same time to get the same signal? That is what you will learn in the advanced course section on the website. And once you're able to do that, then and as well as volume analysis, because volume analysis is huge. Volume analysis meaning you want increases in volume in certain places of a chart pattern, you want decreases in volume in certain places of a chart pattern. And all of these things add up to an A quality setup versus a B or C quality setup. So just because you see a bull flag, that does not mean all bull flags are created equal. They're not. There's some bull flags I wouldn't touch with your money. There's other bull flags that I would go and mortgage my house to buy. Okay? Because there's differences between A quality setups and C quality setups. Okay? So it's a very, very loaded question, Vince. I mean, it would take me hours to go over with you, what triggers I look for, but that is the grand scheme of thing, and that's the short answer. That's the short answer of how you know what stocks to pull the trigger on. And this all goes back to what I said in the beginning of the live stream, which is you have to be a sniper, not a machine gunner. You've got to wait for the high probability setup. A sniper is going to have a much higher accuracy than a machine gunner. And I teach our members to be snipers. And the first thing you need to do is be able to identify an A quality setup, which is a high probability pattern. And then you just execute on those trades. And at that point, it's just your job to manage your risk, stick to your stop loss, stick to your profit targets, and that's it. And the trade becomes robotic at that point. Are the futures really green right now, Jason?
They sure are.
That's incredible. Nate, I use Lightspeed. I use TC2000 for charting. I use Lightspeed for my actual trade execution. You could trade with TC2000 if you want. They do offer brokerage services through Interactive Brokers. I've never traded with TC2000, so I don't really know much about it. A few members trade with TC2000 though in chat, but I trade with Lightspeed. Yep, Derpy Sea Turtle. The advanced options course is now live, so you can check it out on your member dashboard. I like Amazon calls, man. I think Amazon goes higher. Oh God, yeah, Chris. We have a lot of members that have been there since day one. We have a lot of day one members. Byron, my win-loss ratio this month, I'm at 80%. But on average, I'm usually around like 72, 73 is kind of my average. No, Pablo, you can't. You can't trade with anyone without leaving money on the table. You're never going to be able to sell a stock's entire move. That literally doesn't make any sense. That question just makes zero sense whatsoever. You don't, you're always going to have situations where you're going to sell a stock and it's going to continue higher. You're never going to be able to sell the exact top. And if you try to, I promise you're going to lose money. That's how you turn winning trades into losing trades. That's greed. It's something that I teach all of our members not to do, is exactly that. Yeah, guys, the advanced options course is live tonight. So if you guys want the advanced, I'm speaking to all TGT members. We have a lot of TGT members that are on the live stream. Guys, the advanced options course is live. You can find it in your member dashboard, the new advanced option course. For non-members, if you guys want the advanced options course, it is included for free along with the entire rest of the curriculum. With the all-inclusive one-year membership that also gives you a 30% discount for 4 more days. After April 30th, the price is going back to its regular retail price. So, but right now you can get a 30% discount. Guys, use the coupon code TTGBM2020 to get your 30% discount. It'll get you access to all of the courses, beginner and foundation trade stock courses, advanced stock trading courses, beginner options course, advanced options course, trader psychology part 1, trader psychology part 2, how to survive and thrive a stock market crash. All of these courses are included in your membership with that 30% discount. Okay. If you guys want the one-on-one, you got to sign up tonight using coupon code TTGBM2020. Or if you want a one-on-one with Jason Spatafora, the Wolf, use coupon code TTGWolf. All right. Yes, Nate, I am planning on having a lifetime membership pricing option at some point that current members will be able to upgrade to for a discount. We don't have one right now, but I am considering a lifetime membership. Yes. Sushil, I have no idea. My accountant handles all of that for me. My accountant, I just give him my accounts and he has access to all my accounts. I gave him viewer access to everything and he just handles my taxes. I have no idea. I have no idea, Sushil. Honestly, I mean, I can ask him. Pavlo, I recommend paper trading for as long as it takes. Okay. I recommend paper trading so let's say you sign up at TTG, right? You've never traded a stock a day in your life. My first recommendation to you is don't even think about opening up a trading account. Open up a paper trade account, a simulator with fake money, and learn first. Take the beginner courses, pass them all, get all your badges. Then take the advanced courses, pass them all, get all your badges. Then take the trader psychology courses, pass them all, get all your badges. Trade with a paper trade account. Prove to yourself that you can be consistent for 1 month, 2 months before you go and start trading with real money. Too many traders make the mistake of trading and going live before they know what the hell they're doing. And all you're doing is just literally giving people like myself your money. Because when you place a trade, there is somebody else on the other side of that trade. If you don't know what you're doing, you might be buying shares from the head trader at Goldman Sachs. You don't know. And believe me, that head trader at Goldman Sachs is a hell of a lot better trader than you are. If you don't know what you're doing, you're at a major disadvantage. Learn first and then start trading with real money. Yep, Pablo, no problem, brother. My pleasure. Yes, Eric's. Oh God, yes, Eric's, of course. So Eric's Ethan says, after you enter a trade, do you also alert the group to when you sell? I know everyone has their own risk loss level, but just curious. Yes. So Eric's, how it works. I'm going to give you guys, this is an exact breakdown of how a trade alert works in chat. I'm looking at a stock. You see it on my screen. I'm talking about it. I come on the microphone. I go, guys, I'm looking at ABCD here. It looks like a trade line VWAP crossover. I like what I'm seeing. This is me on the microphone. This is my imaginary microphone. That's what this was. I'm on the microphone. Guys, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this level. If this pulls back in to $6, I'm looking to be a buyer around 610, 615. I'm looking at $6 to be support because it's VWAP. It's a 38.2 fib level. It's the initial morning high. If we pull back into that level, I'm a buyer. I get off the microphone. The stock pulls back into $6.12. My trade executes. Once my trade executes, a push notification pops up in chat. It says long ABC $6.12. Stop loss $5.90. So you will know where's my stop loss, what's my entry, and then as soon as my trade executes, I come on the microphone. I go, okay, guys, I'm long here from 612. 590 is my stop area. If we get to, my first take profit target is 650, then 675. My final take profit target is 750. Okay. And I always will tell people where I'm going to be taking profits. And then when I do take profits, again, I say, okay, guys, the stock's moving up. We're at 630, 640. I'm going to take some off right here in front of the high of the day, 640, 645. I get off the microphone. My trade executes at 645. Push notification in chat. It says, took some profit, ABC, 645, still holding some. I come back on the mic. I go, guys, first take profits off the table. I just sold 25% of my position, still holding the bulk. Next profit is new high of the day around 675. I get off the mic. Boom, stock makes a new high, extends. I execute at $6.72. Push notification in chat. Took more profit, ABC, 670, whatever I just said, 672, still holding some. I come back on the mic. Guys, just took the bulk of my position off the table, 672. Great trade, great job, new high of the day. Congrats to everybody that followed along. I'm going to hold this last 25% to see if we can extend to 750. Get off the mic. Stock goes to 750. My final take profit gets executed at 740. Push notification. Final take profit, ABC, 740. I come on the mic and I will probably at that point go, boom! There it is, guys. Final take profit, ABC, 740. Big win. Congratulations, blah, 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 blah. That's how a typical trade will go in TTG. On the flip side, if I enter the trade and I'm wrong and I get stopped out, when I get stopped out and the trade executes, push notification. It'll say, stopped out, ABC, 590. I come on the mic. I say, guys, I just stopped out, took a loss. This is what happened. This is what I thought I saw. This is what happened. This is where we went wrong. Moving on to the next trade. That is how all of our trade alerts work in chat. Mike Turner, right? Mike Turner. In my first, Mike Turner says, in my first week in just 4 days, everything he just said that sounded foreign made sense because of the course and live chat every day. He's not acting either. This is exactly what it sounds like verbatim. Literally, guys, that's exactly what I say. TTG's been around about 3 years, tall man. We've been around for about 3 years. All right, guys. All right, so listen up, guys. I went way further than I wanted to on the Q&A section. So what I'm going to get into now, guys, is I'm drinking water, alkaline water. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to discuss with you some advanced trading strategies because I just launched the advanced options course. And we're going to talk about some advanced option strategies. Okay. Before I get into the advanced option strategies, I want to remind all of you, okay, guys, last time you got 2 hours left. Sign up tonight. You get a free one-on-one and you get a 30% discount. Use the coupon code TTGBM2020. Get the 30% discount. You get all of the courses, including the advanced options course, which just went live today. If you guys want a one-on-one with Jason Spatafora the Wolf, use coupon code TTGWolf. All right. Now, what we're going to discuss, guys, I'm not going to get into too much detail about the advanced options. I'm going to cover it with you kind of in a broad overview when you would want to use some of these trades, what scenarios make sense, and give you an idea of some profit potential and some loss potential on those trades, just so you have an idea of what is available to you. And then if you guys want the details on these trades, I suggest going through the advanced options course. Okay, but I'm going to share with you guys just some information. So first and foremost, let's talk about the most common advanced option strategy, which is a straddle. Okay, a straddle is a neutral trading strategy, meaning you're not bullish, but you're not bearish. You just think the stock's going to make a big move. Okay, so to put on a straddle, you would buy a call option and also buy a put option with the same strike price and the same expiration. Okay. Again, a straddle, you would be buying a call option and buying a put option, the exact same strike price, the exact same expiration. You will make money if the stock makes a big move to the upside or a big move to the downside. If the stock stays sideways, you lose. Okay. This is, you would put a straddle, let's say Amazon. Amazon's reporting earnings soon. Now you think Amazon, you don't know if they're going to beat or miss. You don't know if the stock's going to go up or down. But what you do think is that it's going to be a big move in either direction. You're just not sure which direction. A straddle is a trading strategy that you would place to going into an earnings print. Straddles are very common ways for traders to trade earnings. When they think the stock's going to make a big move up or down, let's say Tesla reports earnings, you think it's going to be a big move up or down, you might put on a straddle. Okay. An example of a straddle would be, let's say, AMD. What's that?
Mike, we did Netflix the other day.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, if you want to talk about it, Jay.
Sure.
Yeah, we had a straddle. We had a straddle on Netflix the other day, guys. I'll let Jason is going to talk you guys through it now.
Yeah, so it's simple. So a member was, asking, hey, how should I play this Netflix earnings? Because, he wanted to get into it. He's like, should I buy calls or should I buy puts? And I said to him, I go, look, I would do a straddle because Netflix usually makes a big move either way. So the idea, I think we got, he goes, well, which one would you do? And I was like, I would do 250 call and 235 put. Sorry, not a 235. I'm sorry. A 650 call, or what's the price at? 450. Sorry, all these stocks are blending into one. So
Yeah.
450 call and a 435 strike put, and so earnings happen. And we bought them at like 6. What was it? 440 something is when we laid it out, and earnings happened. It goes to like 480, shoots up, and then the next morning it ends up gapping down to like 410 or 400. So the idea there was, look, with the put will end up paying for the call that is expensive, and then you make the difference in the money. So if, let's say, just for argument's sake, both he buys one call of each, and they each cost $200, right? He could lose that $200 on the call, but he could make $600 on the put, and that's the basic, mechanics of doing a straddle, right? You think it's going to be a big move, and one of those options is going to pay for the other, and then some. Now, if it's flat, then you can lose money,
Right.
or you have to like trade your way out of it.
Yeah.
It's really that simple.
Yeah. The most money you guys can lose on a straddle is the amount it costs you to open both trades. So you can lose 100% of your investment. That's your max loss. Okay. So, like I said, another example, we'll use AMD as an example. If AMD is going to report earnings, it's trading at $50 a share. You don't know if it's going to go up or down. You think it's just going to go up or down big in either direction. You would buy a AMD $50 strike call option, and you would also buy a $50 strike put option, same expiration. Let's say the $50 strike call option costs $250. Let's say the $50 strike put option also costs $250. Okay, a contract. That's going to cost you $500 to make that trade. $250 to buy the call, 250 to buy the put. That's your max loss. It's that $500. Okay. It costs you that to place that trade. You got to buy both of those both of those options, a call and a put. Okay. And basically, guys, what you need to have happen is you need for the stock to move greater than the cost of the trade. Straddles are really good, guys. Listen up. Straddles are really good because it tells you two useful pieces of information when you price out a straddle. So to price out a straddle, you're going to take the price of a call and the price of the put of the exact same strike, the exact same expiration. Okay. So in this case, the $50 strike, same expiration. The call's 250, the put's 250. Or let's say the call's 275 and the put's 255, whatever. We'll use 250 and 250 for the ease of math. Okay. That's a total of 250 a contract, 250 a contract. It's going to cost you $5 a contract to make the trade. What that $5 number is the expected move AMD is going to make. So that is the options market saying we expect AMD to either move $5 up or $5 down. That is what that $5 figure means. This can help you by thinking, is the market pricing in too big of a move? Is it worth you to make this trade? Let's say AMD. AMD is not that volatile of a stock, but let's say it's pricing in at $7 move. AMD doesn't typically move that much. Or if you're in like Tesla, when Tesla was going crazy, okay, maybe, it was a straddle would cost you $100. Okay, it's pricing in $100 move. That's a huge move. So you might look at that and say, you know what? It doesn't make sense for me to place this trade because I don't think it's going to move that much. I thought AMD might move $3 or $4, but is it going to move 7? I don't really think so. So I'm not going to make this trade because you need the stock to move greater than the $5. Okay. So basically now you either need, if it's a $50 strike, you either need this AMD to go above 55 or below 45. And what will happen is, let's say AMD goes to 56. Your call option is going to be worth $6. Your put option is going to be worth 0. Since it costs you $5 to make the trade, you have $1 of profit. On the flip side, let's say AMD goes to 44. Your put option is going to be worth $6. Your call option is going to be worth 0. Since it costs you $5 to make the trade, your profit's $1. So the price of the straddle is how far you need the stock to move in order for you to make money. And the price of that straddle is telling you what the market expects, how big of a move the market expects. And then with that information, you can figure out what's the expected trading range. So to find out the trading range, you just add and subtract that figure from the strike price. So $50 plus 5 is 55. $50 minus 5 is 45. So the anticipated trading range is 45 to 55, meaning the market is expecting AMD to trade in between 45 and 55 after they report earnings. And then if it goes above 55 or below 45, you make money if you have a straddle on that trade. Does that make sense? That is a straddle 101. Okay? That is a straddle 101. Now what we can talk about is another common option strategy called a strangle. I'm giving you guys like an inside, like a glimpse of what you'll learn in the advanced options course. You can close project 222. You can close this trade out just like you would a regular option trade. So you can place this trade, even though it's two options, you can place them simultaneously as one order. So you just have to, on your trading platform, you can place a straddle. And then you would close it out same way with one keystroke. Just like you would, like if you bought a call and then sold a call, same thing. You'd be buying a straddle and selling a straddle. But it's important for you to understand what's actually in the straddle. You don't actually have to physically make the two individual trades. You can place a straddle trade and your trading platform will execute it simultaneously. Yep, Sushil, you don't have to run the scanner. Yeah, we run scans through the day and I tell people what I'm trading. All right, guys. Now let's talk about a strangle.
Yeah, let's talk about a strangle. So, guys, I apologize. I gave you a strangle.
Yes, Jason's example on Netflix was a strangle, guys.
Yeah, it was a strangle. Sorry about that. I got it confused.
That's right. It's easy to mix them up. The difference, guys, the only difference between a straddle and a strangle is a straddle, you use the same strike price. A strangle, you use different strikes. That's the only difference.
And also, guys, also the same expiration.
Yes.
On those.
Same expiration.
Okay.
Same expiration. So, guys, you would do in the straddle example, AMD $50 strike. Let's say May 15th expiration call option. You'd also buy a $50 strike, May 15th expiration put option. So same strike, same expiration date. That's a straddle. Same. All right. Then you have a strangle, which is different strikes, same expiration. So an example of a strangle would be, let's say AMD is at $50. It's going to report earnings. You think it's going to make a big move. You would buy the 55 strike May 15th expiration call. At the same time, you would buy the 45 strike May 15th expiration put option. Okay. That's the difference between a strangle and a straddle. And again, max loss is what you paid for the trade. Okay. Break even points, all of that calculated still the same. Okay. Straddles are a lot more common. I don't want to say a lot more common, but straddles are more common than strangles. Because like I said, with the straddle, pricing out the straddle can tell you the expected move, the trading range, and traders like that information. Okay. Mike, Tom, Chuck, I use Lightspeed to trade. Okay. Moving on to, let's talk about debit spreads. Okay. Debit spreads involve you buying an option and selling an option at the same time. Okay. What you're doing with a debit spread, basically, guys, is, well, there's two different types of debit spreads. There's a debit call spread and a debit put spread. Debit call spreads are also called bull call spreads. Debit put spreads are also called bear put spreads. So what you're doing is buying an option with a higher cost while simultaneously selling an option with a lower cost. That's a debit spread. You're going to buy a more expensive option and sell a cheaper option. Traders use debit spreads when options are expensive. Let's say you want to buy a call option in Amazon. Amazon options are $24 a contract. One contract's going to cost you $2,400. For some traders, that's too much money. So that would be an example of when you would want to maybe put on a debit spread, which would be you would buy a call option, okay, that is maybe $24 a contract. You pay $2,400 to buy it. Then maybe you sell a cheaper call option that's, let's say, is maybe trading at $12 a contract. You would receive $1,200 for selling that contract. So therefore, you are now going to be in a bullish position, long Amazon, for $1,200 instead of $2,400. Okay, so this is an example when you might want to use a debit spread, or in this case, a bull call spread or a debit call spread when you're bullish on a stock. All right, let's go through an example. Let's use AMD again. Let's say AMD is trading at 48 bucks, and you think the stock's going to go higher, but the options are too expensive. You don't have that much money in your account, but you really want to place this trade. You might buy the $50 strike, May 15th expiration call option for $5. Then you might sell the $60 strike, May 15th expiration call option for a dollar. So you're going to buy the $50 strike. It's going to cost you $5. You're going to sell the $60 strike. It's going to net you $1. So you're going to get $1 back for selling that contract. So now you're going to be in call options on AMD for $4 a contract instead of $5. That is a bull call spread, also called a debit call spread. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? You should try to get caught up on some questions. Now we're good. Okay. Then you have a bear put spread, also called a debit put spread. This is the same, just you're bearish. So it's the same thing as what we just talked about, but instead of 2 call options, it's going to be 2 put options. So your debit call spread is with 2 call options. You're buying 1 call option, you're selling 1 call option. The debit put spread is you're buying a put, you're selling a put. Okay? Let's talk about another example. Yeah, let's use AMD. Let's say AMD is trading at 50 bucks. You think the stock's going to go lower. You might buy the $45 strike put option for $4. Making up numbers, right? Well, let's say $5. We'll make the math the same as the previous one. Let's say you buy the $45 strike put option for $5. Okay, stock's trading at 50. You buy the 45 put, costs you $5. Then you also go and you sell the 40 strike put, and that nets you $1. So now you're paying $5 to buy the 45 strike put. You're getting $1 back for selling the $40 strike put. That's going to net you a cost of $4 to place the trade. So now you're going to own put options on AMD for $4 instead of just buying the 1 put option that would have cost you $5. Okay? All right. Okay. Well, Luis, these strategies that we're talking about have very defined risk. Your max loss on the strategies I've talked about are just the money that you paid for your contracts. Okay. There's other advanced option strategies, which we're not going to get into on this live stream, but we do get into in the advanced course, where you do carry unlimited risk that are very, very high risk option trades. They also carry a very heavy reward, but very heavy risk because the risk is potentially unlimited. It's no different than if you short a stock, your risk is unlimited. The stock can go up forever. You can short a stock at $5, it can go to 700. So your risk is unlimited. There are option strategies like that, but the strategies that I'm talking to you about right now have defined limited risk. Okay. Next, we're going to just talk about credit spreads. Okay. Credit spreads are cool because they actually pay you to make a trade. So instead of you having to pay to buy a stock, imagine placing a trade and money gets put into your account before you exit the trade. That's a credit spread. Okay, it's the opposite of a debit spread. So instead of paying money to execute a trade, you're actually receiving money to execute the trade. Okay? There's two different types of credit spreads. There's a credit put spread and a credit bull spread. The credit put spread is a bullish trade. The credit call spread is a bearish trade. So if you think a stock's going to go up, you're going to place a credit put spread. To place a credit put spread, what you would do would be to sell a higher strike put and buy a lower strike put. Let's use the SPY for an example. Let's say the SPY is at 280. You think it's going to go up. Okay. What you would do is sell a 285 strike expiration put option and buy a 275 strike put option. Let's say the 285 strike that you're selling nets you $7.50. Then you buy a put option that costs you $1. You just took in $6.50 a contract or $650. So literally $650 is credited into your brokerage account. Okay. That is your max potential profit. That net amount that's credited to your account, that $650, that is the most you can possibly make on the trade. You cannot make any more. That's it. That's what you can make. Okay. Your break-even point is going to be calculated by taking the net credit that you received, which in this case was $650. You're going to subtract it by the strike price of the option that you sold, so the higher strike price. So in the example that we're using, it's the 285 strike price was the higher strike. That's the option you sold. You're going to minus the 650 net credit to give you 278.50. That is your break-even point on the trade. Okay? That is your break-even point on the trade. You need the stock to move beyond that point. Or, I'm sorry, excuse me, if it moves beyond that point to the downside, you lose your money. Okay? That is a credit put spread. It is a bullish bet. Then we have credit call spreads, what are also called bear call spreads. These are bearish bets. Again, guys, same thing. Okay? Same thing as the credit put spread we just talked about, but the opposite. Okay? This is a bearish bet. So for this case, so with the credit put spread, it's a bullish bet, but you're using two put options. The credit call spread is a bearish bet, but you're using two call options. This is where it gets a little confusing for beginner option traders because they associate calls with being bullish and puts with being bearish. But when it comes to the credit spreads, which is where you're actually selling these contracts to take money in, it's the opposite. You're going to use call options when you're bearish. You're going to sell the call options when you're bearish. You're going to sell the put options when you're bullish. This is a way for traders to take advantage of something called implied volatility. As a stock is moving around rapidly, like Tesla was, or when Beyond Meat was going crazy, or Tilray, implied volatility on those contracts was very, very, very high. The contracts were very expensive. There was a lot of premium on them. So traders would sell spreads to take that money in, realize that premium, and then see if the stock trades within a specific range or moves in a specific direction. Okay. An example of a credit call spread could be, let's say Twitter's trading at $30 and a trader thinks that the stock's going to go lower. A trader might buy a $35 strike May expiration call option for 50 cents. At the same time, they might sell a $30 expiration call option for $2.50. So they're going to take in $2.50 for selling the call. They're going to pay 50 cents for buying the call. That's going to net them $2 of credit or $200 per contract. That's your max profit on the trade. That's the most money you can make. Okay? So similar to what we just talked about previously. Okay? And that's it, guys. Yes, Richard, the free one-on-one is only if you sign up tonight. All right, guys. So that's it. That's just a brief little insight to the advanced options course. In the advanced options course, I cover straddles, strangles, debit spreads, credit spreads, condors, butterflies, calendar and diagonal spreads, naked puts, naked calls, shorting straddles, shorting strangles. I might have just lost a bunch of you. Your heads might have all just spun around like crazy. Maybe I'm speaking a different language. But I assure you, once you take the course, you will be familiar with all of these trading strategies. You'll know what they all do, and you'll know, more importantly, when to use them. Because a lot of these strategies, you can actually make money when a stock goes sideways. Okay? So I wanted to give you guys a quick little intro to the advanced options course, and I figure I would start with the most common, which is straddle, strangles, debit spreads, and credit spreads. Those are the most common advanced option strategies. Then, condors, butterflies, naked puts, calendar spreads, like those are more advanced strategies. I'll save that for the course because I don't want to confuse you guys too much. But I wanted to give you some insight onto some advanced option strategies, and hopefully that helps. Okay, hope that helps, and hopefully it sparks your interest to learn more about advanced option strategies. And again, do not forget, the advanced option strategy course is now officially live on the TGT website. If you're already a member, you can go to your member dashboard. You'll see the new course available right there in the curriculum section. If you are not a member and you want to be, you can take advantage for the next 4 days, a 30% discount on our 1-year all-inclusive membership. And if you sign up tonight, you get a free one-on-one. That includes the entire curriculum, not just the advanced options course, the entire curriculum, the beginner and foundation stock trading courses, the advanced stock trading courses, the beginner options course, the advanced options course, trader psychology part 1, trader psychology part 2, how to thrive in a stock market crash. You get access to all of those courses included for free with your membership. And you, on top of that, get a 30% discount. Use the coupon code TTGBM2020, and that is how you can get a 30% discount plus the one-on-one with me. If you guys want the one-on-one with Jason, just use coupon code TTGWolf. Okay? Does anybody have any questions about True Trading Group, me, Jason, or the option strategies that I just discussed? Yeah, Blonder, we'll see. Maybe I'll maybe I'll do a 15% or 20%, but the 30% discount is over after April. Yes. Byron wants to know how many trades do I average a day? Um, and um, I'd say on average 2 to 3. On a busy day, 4 to 5. On a slow day, 1 to 2. Wendy, after you sign up, Wendy, all you have to do is you just message Elena in the chat room when you're ready to schedule your one-on-one, or you can send an email to info@truetradinggroup.com to schedule your one-on-one. We have about 500. We got about 500 people. Yes, Blonder. I trade the whole day. Yeah, I think that's better for the shorter term to try to take advantage of some of the implied volatility. About 500, Eric's. About 500. I love it, Blonder. I love it. It's not like my focus. I mean, I love it. You know, I mean, I take a break. I'll eat lunch. I'll play with my dog. I take little some. I do get up from my desk during the day, but I'm here the whole day. There's no advantage, Mark. Mark says, "What's the advantage of TC 2000 versus the charting platform for your brokerage?" Um, I just prefer TC 2000. I like the charting platform a lot better than Lightspeed's. Um, and it's easier for me, like for drawing purposes, like to draw on the charts and break charts down with members. I just like TC 2000. There's no, you can use TD Ameritrade, you can use E-Trade, you can use Charles Schwab, you can use all their charts. I just personally prefer TC 2000. Yes, TC 2000 is not free. You have to pay for TC 2000. Eric's, there's about 500. Eric's Ethan, there's about 500. Mark, I think TC 2000 is the best charting software out there. All right. So I think that's it, guys. Yes, exactly, Stephen. Staying all day provided me with the opportunity for Zoom on Friday. Um, and that was a big trade. I'm still short it. I had 2,000 shares. I'm still short 500. So guys, that's you know, we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. We'll see where Zoom is. I mean, even if it bounces back, I still don't care. I'm still going to hold that last 25% of the position. Um, but that's it, guys. I think that completes our live stream tonight. Um, Balahi Chari, what broker do I recommend? If you're just starting out, guys, use E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab. Take advantage of the free, the no commission trades, and they have good customer service. If you're more of a experienced trader, and you don't mind paying commission to get better execution, and you trade with some size, Lightspeed is the way to go. Lightspeed, hands down, has the best execution. Yes, there are still commissions for trades, but for me, a trader with a trades large size, I don't care about the commission. I care about execution. So it depends on what type of trader you are. Um, for if I think you should use Lightspeed or if I think you should use like E-Trade. If you have a $500 account and you're just starting out, use E-Trade, get the free commissions. But if you're a trader that's got a 6-figure account, you're trading with large size, use Lightspeed. All right. Yes, Max, we trade options all the time in our room, every day. We trade options every day. We trade stocks and options every day in the room, Max. Okay, gang? All right, guys. So that's it. That concludes our live stream. Again, guys, take advantage of the discount. I mean, I can't stress it enough. You are literally getting the entire curriculum and a year of trade alerts. Think about that for a second. A full year of you will know every single time I buy and sell a stock for an entire year. You'll know every single time that Jason, the wolf, buys or sells a stock for an entire year. You will know every single time the other professional traders that are moderators in TTG. It's not just me and Jason. There's other moderators in there as well. There's another Jason. There's Chris. There's Alex. There's Jay. And there's Elena. So for an entire year, you guys will know every time we buy and sell a stock. In addition to that, you're going to get access to the entire curriculum to teach you and learn a professional trading strategy. The difference between a TTG education and something else is professionalism, because I was taught at a hedge fund. My first job out of college was at a hedge fund. I sat in a classroom for 3 months. It wasn't actually a classroom. It was a classroom setting, okay, for 3 months of my employment. And I learned. And different traders from the fund came in and they taught us different things for 3 months. I had to pass that program before they let me trade their money. Those 3 months, it's that material, it's that information that I've taken, simplified, and created the curriculum. I didn't know how to trade when I got hired. I had to learn. This is how I learned. I'm going to show you how I learned. So you are going to get a hedge fund level education and trade alerts for an entire year for less than it will cost you to buy a cup of coffee a day. If you guys go to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts every day, I think it comes out to like $2.50 a day with the 30% discount. Now, I'm a venti sweet vanilla cream cold brew kind of guy from Starbucks. That's like $4.50. Okay? I get that every day. Well, now not so much because they only have drive-throughs open and the line is an hour long and I just can't sit in a line for an hour to get coffee. But that's nor here nor there. And that's what the math comes out to. So when you think about the value that you guys are actually getting, it's insane. It's actually insane. So I'm telling you guys, if you want to be part of TTG, you want to get an education, you have 4 more days before the 30% discount is no more. And if you sign up tonight, you get a one-on-one with either myself or Jason. So either use the coupon code TTGBM2020 to get the discount and then the one-on-one with me, or use TTG Wolf for the discount and a one-on-one with the Wolf. Okay? That's it, guys. Everybody, have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. I hope you learned something with regards to those advanced option strategies. And be sure to check out the full advanced option trading course that's available on the website. It is a damn good one. Thanks for joining me as always, guys. I love you guys. Like this video for me, please. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell if you don't have them turned on already to make sure you don't miss out on any more of these videos or live streams that I post on a regular basis. My usual TTG fam, we have a lot of members that join me on the stream. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow as always. For the rest of the YouTube community, thanks for joining me. I also hope to see you in chat. That means you took advantage of the 30% discount. That's coupon code TTGBM2020. Take care, guys. Have a great night. I'll see you all tomorrow.